Okay, so this is what our system looks like. It might seem complicated, but trust me, it's not. Basically, it all starts with WhatsApp. Then we have the switch node. Think of it as a traffic controller. If we get a voice message, it goes this way. If it's a photo, it goes here. If it's a file, it goes that way. But before we dive into each path, let's test the system first. I'm going to grab a generic invoice I found on Google. I'm adding it here. Okay, we didn't press the test button. Let's do this again. I'm sending the invoice from the WhatsApp and the system springs to life. It received the image, it's saving it, it's analyzing the invoice, and in a moment we'll get a message back here. Let's wait, it won't take long. And there it is. We got all the invoice information: vendor, invoice entry number, date, expense type, expense description, expense amount, purchase, made by John Smith. We got it all. Now, how did this happen? Let's go through it step by step. And by the way, it came and saved to the Google Sheets. Our previous try is also seen here. We have our own database here. The system is running connected to this database and it saves all the expenses here. And at the same time, it saves this file we sent to our Google Drive. It always takes the visuals when you provide and saves them somewhere. So, everything starts with the WhatsApp trigger. A message comes from WhatsApp. Now, if it's a voice message, we first get the audio with GET request. Then we find its URL. Why? Because we want to download this audio file into our workflow and we need the URL for that. By the way, you'll need API keys for all of these steps. Then we use OpenAI Whisper to transcribe the audio. These are all HTTP requests, by the way, so you can come here and add it as a HTTP request, send it to this address with the GET method. Then there are headers. Here you'll enter your API key after bearer and send it this way. Then we have this extract from JSON step to get the data out. After that, in the download audio step, we use the URL we got at the previous step to download the audio file. Again, you'll use bearer for authorization here. Then we have OpenAI Whisper here. You can easily find it by typing audio like this. OpenAI transcribe recording will appear. Then there's the message model part. This is important. I will show you the prompt right away. Could you extract the following information from the invoice? Entry number, expense date, vendor, expense description, expense amount, customer name, reference. What does that mean? Importantly, we want the output in JSON format and we have our code here. It takes the output from here, parse it, split it, and both send it back as a reply to WhatsApp and save it to Google Sheets. So if we specify it as audio, if we say, for instance, this invoice number, this price, I bought this service, it records it like that. But sending a photo is even easier, and I think it's what we'll use most in practice because you just take a photo of an invoice and add it to your database. This way, you can do your pre-accounting. It actually works like a pre-accountant. Here, it works with the same logic. Again, as a HTTP request, we say GET, we take it again, we use bearer below. After that, we make JSON extract in the same way so that this data is revealed. As you can see, we extracted this data from this image, and here you see the URL. And thanks to this URL, we can download the photo we got from here, which is here, as you can see. And again, we use our header and authorization here. After downloading, we have two options. One, we save it directly to the drive because we don't need to save the voice recordings to drive. We just set what it was. There's no proof, but here there's a proof. There's an invoice. We save this to drive, but at the same time, we then use ChatGPT Vision. You can see it here as image analyzer. We choose OpenAI, we say analyze image. Again, we say, could you extract the following information from the invoice? As you can see, it comes out in JSON format, and so we have a code here. This code is again for parsing, meaning we're splitting this information. This way, it helps us convert what we see in the input into this table form. So, after this stage, we save it to Google Sheets, as you saw a little while ago, but at the same time, we come to the model and say, please make a summary and send it back to the user and tell him it's successfully recorded into the Google Sheet. This allows sending a message from WhatsApp confirming that it has been saved. The system works like this. As you can see, the workflow ends here too. And there's the last one. In the last section, we'll proceed with the same logic. We got the file, extracted its URL, then downloaded it, but this time we say upload file in OpenAI. By the way, we also put it in Drive again. Here we upload what we downloaded to OpenAI. Now there's something different here. After uploading OpenAI, we again create an assistant with OpenAI here with create an assistant. Its name is File Assistant. We say you're a file assistant and we'll answer the user's question based on the file, of course. Here as the initial prompt, we say you're an accountant assistant based on user upload. You can see it like this again in JSON format. Also, there's a place here. We specify if it's a bank statement, and if it is, we say give these, again in JSON format. The continue prompt part is to transfer this as a string, so the information here. Then there's a message assistant here. The assistant ID here is to use file assistant we created earlier. The text, as you can see, comes from the previous one. Then there is the edit field part. When we output from here, we give it as a string. Then our code here does two things. Again, it parses the incoming JSON. On the one hand, if it's correct, it goes and continues to the continue prompt part. But if it's wrong, we notify WhatsApp. With the edit fields part, we extract the transactions from here. And from here, we save it to Google Sheets. And we save it in this way. That's how the system works. You've seen the whole operation in general. This can be a very useful system for you. You can set this up with Telegram. You can set this up with Slack. We always recommend Telegram because it's easier to set up. Because for WhatsApp, you need to set it up in two ways. You'll get this account from your developer account first, but at the same time, you also need to get this WhatsApp from the WhatsApp business platform. You need to connect from two places. We'll also put a video on the channel about this. By the way, you can also join WorkSmarter, our school community. There you can find all these workflows that we talk about, ready to use, and it's a community there where you can ask your questions and get help from the others. You can see our classrooms here. We teach you how to both improve your business and make money from scratch with AI agents and automations. You can speak in any language. We support all languages. This will be the page you arrive at, and from here you can join us. We're a growing family and we really share the methods of working smart with each other, and AI helps us a lot in this. You can find the link below. Also, if you like the video, please click like and subscribe to our channel. We will be very happy. So, see you in the next one.